Today, we're going to be talking about leaving your motorcycle club, walking away. It was a very interesting question that I received over on Instagram. And remember, if you want to ask me a question, go over to Instagram. But this should be a good one. Coming up.
The one that you fuck with me. I think I'm bad enough this deep. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were have-nots, who were not as tough as me. The one that you fuck with.
Okay, I got this question, and I was sitting around thinking, well, should I answer it or shouldn't I answer it? What should I do? And I finally came up with the decision, okay, I'll answer it. I did ask everybody if they wanted to ask me a question, go ahead and send it over to Instagram, so I'm going to answer it. I got to keep to my word. I have found that a lot of people, they get nervous about when they have to leave the club. Now, I'm not talking about this out bad stuff and all that stuff. I'm talking about people that actually have a good reason that they would want to leave a club. Then, on the other hand, I don't see a good reason. And let me explain that. It's because if you found a club that you actually love being around, there's something you could do to make sure you can stay a part of that club. Now, if it's health reasons, I get it. I do. It happened to me once. But other than that, if it comes to financial or, job work where your schedule ain't mixing, I think you'll be able to sit down, talk to your brothers and say, hey, this is what's going on. Can we work something out? And hopefully something can be worked out because you're supposed to be a tight-knit family. But when you're going to say to yourself, well, there's no way I can be a part of it, you might have your reasons, whatever, you have to be a man about it. I've seen some guys in the past few years that will just mail their stuff in or have somebody pick it up instead of going to the meeting. That's what you're supposed to do, is go to a meeting, explain what's going on, and if you can't work it out, then you did it right. You're still in good graces with the motorcycle club. So it does confuse me when people don't want to do it that way. Here you are, you spent all this time with these people in your club. You went to each other's houses, you ate each other's food, and next thing you know, you don't want nothing to do with them, you just want to hand your stuff in. I don't understand that, and I'll never will. I've heard horror stories from a lot of clubs, because yeah, I talk to a lot of clubs and a lot of club members, and one in particular really, I think, got to me. I guess there was this individual who was patched into the club, and next thing you know, he went and joined another club before even going to his current club, and he actually mailed in the patch, and his explanation was out of this world. It was like, really, you're a man, you're gonna wear a patch? I don't understand what club would take him because he did it the wrong way. Wouldn't you think the club that took him would say, hey, wait a second here, you're supposed to do it this way, you're supposed to do it correctly? Instead, you were a punk about it. You mailed your patch to him, you didn't give him any good reasons, you just jumped clubs, so why are we gonna trust you? And I do get it. Some clubs might not be for somebody after a while. Each comes to terms with, hey, this ain't working out, let me go to somewhere else and see if I can find my vision of the club I want to be in. Fine, cool. But that's not how you go about it. You don't sit there, that's basically shoving the guys you claimed were brothers, you're shoving their face in the ground, making them put up their rear end and just reaming them. That isn't cool. That's especially not being a man. To be a man, you have to go up. You got to confront the problem. You got to say, hey, this is the way it is. And I think that's the problem that you see a lot nowadays is people don't like the confrontation. They don't want the bad feelings, hard feelings coming into the conversation, which, yeah, there might be some when you're trying to leave a club. That's only because they care about you. And there's always other options in which you can take to stay a part of that club. So yeah, you're going to have the guy say, man, what the hell, why didn't he come to me? And again, this has nothing to do with out bad crap. That's a whole different story. Whole different story. But being a man is going and confronting the situation, and you have to be a man to be a part of the MC. So at times you look at say this situation, you look at the guys that took this individual. Don't you think that you're going to go through the same problem? Don't you think he's going to do the same thing to you? Come on, mailing a patch, really? And if you prospected, that's what I don't understand. When you prospect so long and you earn that patch, you enjoy the patch, you enjoy the reputation that comes from that patch. To go back and shit all over it is something I'll never understand. That patch is supposed to mean something to you. So when you go and say, well, I'm just going to mail it in, I don't want to confront the guys, I don't want to tell them the issues, I just want to walk away, I want to be done with it, I want to be out. Patch never meant anything to you, so why did you prospect for all those months or even years? You're making yourself look bad. And then you're going to have these people say, well, when you leave a club, you lose all communication with those that you call brother. And I can see two sides of that story. But the fact remains, you left them. They're doing what they've always been doing. Yeah, it sucks that you were close brothers, but they're going to do them. And that's not saying, hey, pick up the phone, go riding with them. The only thing that's changed is you're not part of the club, but you can still go out there and support them. That's one mere fact that a lot of people don't understand. They do not understand that, hey, go support the club still. I don't think I think that would be a better deal than just walking away. Especially if you had to do it for personal reasons that you just couldn't avoid. You still don't, you can go out there once a month, twice a month and say, hey, what's up, guys? Go to the clubhouse, support them that way. But I do, if you're walking away and leaving your club, be a man about it. Don't be one of these punks that are going to go out there and say, here, I'm going to mail you my patch. Because then you were a liar the whole time. Meaning, you never really were in it. You went against your word. You went against your oath, because a lot of clubs have an oath. I take oaths very serious. I also take it to where if you're wrong, you say you're wrong. I've done that a million times on this channel. But that's what makes a man, and that's what makes a club member, and that's what makes a biker. Is just taking a few steps, communicating, and holding up to your word. So hopefully that helped you out right there. Again, if you have questions, go ahead and send them to our Instagram page. It is @officialinsane_throttle. And I'll take a look at them. I'm going to try to do this on a nightly basis, see how it goes. Anyway, you guys take care. Rock out.
Got a lot to say.